up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror.
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes now in his 3rd season in the league, leading the Chiefs onto the field. And, boy, when the Chiefs traded starting quarterback Alex Smith before 2018, a lot of people were wondering how good Patrick Mahomes could be, and he showed the entire league how good he could be, racking up over 5,000 yards and tied for second most passing touchdowns in a season with 50 of them. And he was handed the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year awards. Mahomes dropping one to Williams here.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long.
Get him.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
When you look back to 2014, you wonder how running back Damian Williams went undrafted. He's been productive in Miami, been productive in Kansas City, and in 2018, had the highest yards per attempt in his career.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, come on now. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
You ain't doing nothing today. Ringo. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Push him back. Go. Take off.
From the gun, Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, but now it's 3rd down. And here now the Baltimore offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
That's track. 53 for Mike. 53 for Mike. Squeeze, double. Mike, 53.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That is a dangerous combination right there, as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield.
Here we go.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Mike's 50. Hey, keep it up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run here with Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on 2nd and goal.
Check nickel. Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Under 10.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. That's a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up 4th down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Last year's MVP, Patrick Mahomes, leading the Chiefs for their next possession. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons, 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
On the counter, here's Williams. And an alley to run. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 16, Mahomes. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or 2. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
He's checking.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. To try again after the sack. Jackson, room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his target. That's more. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. Now it's Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jackson operating from the gun. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jackson now. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say we want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Ingram again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Sadly, that's the type of run we've seen from these guys this year, ranked 32nd last in the NFL.
But there is good news because there's nowhere to go but up. Unfortunately, up might have to wait until next season.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask, 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Mahomes. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jalen Ferguson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
A 58-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield. It's caught inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position.
He's checking Craig. Watch twist. Watch twist.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Down. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
We got it. Check 3. Check 3. Check out 3. Out.
Go.
Mike, 53.
Now.
On 1st down, Ingram. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. We're back now in KC. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
On the ready.
53. Check 53. Get that ball.
5.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 50.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw here is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the gun, here's Hill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Tucker's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mahomes now on first down. It's complete to Robinson. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his third.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. 1-2 straight, and they lead this one as well.
Ready? 50, plant.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Faster!
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
You ain't going nowhere. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. You got double up, double up. Hey, check 24, check 24.
On second down, Ingram. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Hey, let's go.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
You draw Corker.
Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill, kill, kill. Check 52. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
Set 90 Wolf.
Check 53. He's time to read. He's time to run.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Look at me. Go.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Check 26. Check 26.
Check 37. Check 37.
Alert flare. Alert flare.
Leo. Fight.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Hill. This will be caught by Brown. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Kill. SOS. Big end. Shoot. Watch the
Go.
Shoot.
They're running. Ingram. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Go.
Watch the curl.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal.
Hey. I got motion, man. Me. I got this. Look at me. Zipper. Check 53's mine. And I'm coming after you.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 24-14. 25 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow. 180. 59. Back to 59. Hey, watch the ball.
Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We're good.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team.